Hello and welcome to Geek at Play Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial we'll look how we can enhance the atmosphere and clouds with the lights that will interact with our cloud layer. So let's go begin by loading our model. I go ahead, load object, and one which I want to use, it is actually Steampunk Airship. Okay, this model available from Cornucopia 3D. You don't necessarily need to use this one, you can just use Zeppelin, which will come with a view. I'm selecting Victorian style Steampunk Airship. Okay, and let's wait till it's finished loading. Okay, let's go now and readjust positioning for our object. So we'll move slightly above, and maybe on a side, so we'll have it look. Okay, now we'll select our camera and we'll look on our ship. One thing where I want position, I don't want position precisely on the middle, so it will be just slightly skewed towards the right side. Okay, next let's go add atmosphere editor. A couple things I want to do. We leave the sun position as default. We'll just decrease visible sun and corona down. And by the way, what we're using, it is in a physical folder, we're using default atmosphere. So it's all basic one. Let's go atmosphere editor. Next we go to the lights. I want to switch this to global illumination, so we'll add a little bit better colors. Also edit ambient light and a little bit less saturated and darker color, so will bring us more details on our clouds. Next I want to move more towards ambient light. Okay, next we'll go inside the cloud tab, click add, and we go ahead and add dense camouflage lights from our spectral 2 folder. So it's spectral to the clouds for our atmosphere. Okay, our density pop up to 100. Well, sorry, the cover 100, density will just increase. Okay, let's click OK at this point, and we'll click on our balloon. And when we click on our positioning tab, we can look, it's located 32 meters above the ground. So when we go to atmosphere editor, inside our clouds, we'll just type here 32. So you can notice that our clouds is already dropped down. So we have some almost balloon kind of be in the clouds. If you want it, we can drop even more down. Again, in this case, we have more distortions. Okay, let's go to sky, fog, and haze. And a couple things I want to do. I want to take my sky and bring all the way, like halfway down. Increase a little bit on this one, increase haze, and change our haze color to the darker gray. So what I want to do, I want to have some light, but again not overwhelm light, so we can see how how positioning lights and interact can highlight our atmosphere. So we'll increase to the 10. Okay. This way we can go also on the lights and just maybe even drop more lights down. So let's create even darker sky. Okay, let's let's go ahead and just preview. So I still have a little bit light on the bottom. So we'll go in the fog, edit color, and make it darker in our fog. Okay, it will give us darker on the bottom. Let's increase percentage for that. Even all the way black. Okay, we'll click OK now. And we'll go ahead and preview our render. One thing you may notice with the clouds, we will have it quite a bit grayness. To remove grains, we need pop-up quality in atmosphere on a cloud rendering. One thing you need to understand when we do this, it will significantly increase time of rendering. So you have a choice between quality and speed in this case. Okay, you notice already we have a very grayish kind of look clouds. have it no distinguish, no lighting. So one of the best way to do this, let's work with lights that we can position. So we go ahead and creating quadratic spotlight, put it all the way down, rotate, let's position just slightly outside. Again, if you check box view through when your quadratic spotlight is selected, you can use it your gizmo to positioning and navigate. So I want to have it like it's point on the ship. Next we go ahead and click on a volumetric light. You notice how now we have a very nice point of light. Let's drop it down on the ground so it will be below camera. Next I want to decrease spread, so it will be a bit thinner light going. And other things, let's enable our influence spectral clouds. So you can notice I already start slightly coloring clouds. So we'll go to edit color for our spotlight, add a little bit yellowish to this. Okay, and now let's copy this. So we can press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, copy place, or we can hold down Alt button, click on our light and drag. This will actually duplicate it. We'll go and position just slightly in different place. Okay, and let's do one more light. So let's go Alt again, so we copy this light. And one nice thing when you copy, it's also copy all properties of the previous object. Okay, so here we have it for lighting for a ship, like some searchlights looking for it. Let's go now add a little bit more interesting glowing around the ship. So we'll go ahead and we'll select a point light. We'll position just a little bit up front above our balloon. Next, let's go select color, and I want to actually have it red color for this. If you notice right now we have no influence. Okay, let's click enable in the effect on the spark cloud, and notice instantly we have it now. Clouds start partially, some of the layer which is affecting and light dissipating there, it's a reddish color. So we add already kind of nice coloring to this. Let's go do one more thing. So let's go click Alt, take this light and modify. So we have it another light. We'll put this little bit down and edit color. Let's edit different and see on the blue one. Put a little bit above and to the side. So right here we have a different coloring. Now we start painting with our lights, and by using influence on our spectral cloud we can almost position different type of the colors like rainbow look. Let's do again. Let's go ahead and take our first spotlight, Alt, we copy, and I want to put this just slightly up front of our ship and switch color to whiter. This will add nice glowing around our ship. We could decrease just slightly power on this one and pop up power on our red light. Okay, let's go to atmosphere editor. What I want to do right now is add a little bit more contrast to our clouds. So let's go see what we can do. The couple things we can affect this. We can affect it by move more towards ambient light, which add darkness and kind of more depth to the clouds. Little bit pop up on the feathers and sharpness, just slight touch on this. Opacity, if we reduce, you can see we have it more lights. Less lights will absorb by the clouds, so we'll have it more lights coming from our light sources. And this one probably want about 55, 54 around this one. So we have it light penetrating, but it's not overwhelmed, so we still see some depth in our clouds. Okay, let's go see if we can a little bit work with density on our clouds. Probably if we have it more, it's again it will give it a little bit nicer adjustment. Okay, we have it right here, it's about right. Maybe just try to add a little bit lights, see with these ones. And again, we want to leave it ambient at the same place. Okay, I think we're ready. And one thing, how I said before, if you want to your clouds look too grainy, use the quality boost slider to increase. And again, you can go up to 4, or you can go ahead and type as much as you want it. But again, this is very attempting to have it for the good quality, but the price is a longer time of rendering. I leave it to 0 right now for this tutorial, so we have it faster time to render. Let's click OK and preview our image. Okay, and even now with it's kind of continuous still rendering, but with even lower this resolution, you can see we have a nice texture already pop up in our clouds with adding lighting to this and density. So we still have a more three-dimensional look on our clouds. You know what? Till we're here, let me stop this rendering, and we'll go ahead and add a couple more interesting ideas to this. One, let's create a lighting. So the one easiest way to do this is we go ahead, open our plant species select, and we go ahead select like large dead tree. Click OK. There's a couple things we're going to do. First, we go increase size. This will be enormous size for our tree. Next, we right click and edit object. In our edit object, we go ahead and decrease diameter and just increase grow. Okay, let's go click OK. Again, you can modify as you want it. This is one way to do this. Also, I want to change materials. I want to change for this, instead of normal bark, I want to go ahead and select just flat white. Let's click OK. Let's turn upside down. Move it around where it was our first one. Lights maybe around here. Let's see if we can move more far away. Okay, maybe around here. And next things, we'll just right click and select convert to area light. Okay, we enable also this effect. Okay, it's maybe a little bit too far away. Let's bring closer. Okay, so it's just positioning properly. You can see what we're doing. We're creating lighting, and because we enable influence, it will highlight clouds where it's located. So we create one right here. Let's go ahead, take it, duplicate, just slightly rotate so it's look a little bit different. Maybe position under ships so it's like a lighting strike from the ship. Again, if you cannot see it, sometimes you maybe want to increase diameter instead decreasing. Just want to come closer, and so we can see lights go right above the camera, maybe. With lighting strike right here. And again, that is will influence clouds around because we have our influence for spectral turn on. Okay, let's go ahead and render this image. Okay, so right here we have our preview image, and you can see how we pull out quite with the texturing on our clouds. Also, we applied the kind of lighting. We should work a little bit more to hide the top root, maybe inside the clouds, but I want to bring this close so you can see how it can affect on an image, how you can implement, and also on a far away one, you can see how it's affecting a little bit on top of the clouds influence with this. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geek at Play Studio. please come visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.